This is the Troll Patrol, live with Justin FREAKIN.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol, live special report. We got a stolen ambulance chase in progress going on right now. This is happening in Texas. I believe it's outside of the Dallas area. I believe it's getting ready to come to a close. I believe they've blown at least one of the tires out. It looks like the left rear tire has been blown out. I might be mistaken. The ambulance had slowed down. It came to an intersection. They'd been going through a residential area there for a little bit. Hold on. I don't think we have sound on this. I think it's just helicopter noises. Yeah, there's no sound on this, so just the video. I love shit like this, so of course I'm going to come on. Stream a stolen ambulance chase. Now, I do want to go ahead and warn you. As I said, I love this kind of shit. I watch live streams of police chases all the time. Content warning, you could see some graphic shit. I think back to, I saw the cops murder a UPS driver that had been taken hostage. Just aimlessly shooting into the truck in the middle of traffic, using civilian cars as cover. It was one of the most insane things I've ever seen. But content warning that something like that could very well happen here. Just to make everyone aware. I really need to spend more time in the Discord. I'm starting to get a little community going on here, and like, there's good shit in here. I need to be on there more often. Now, it looks like we're back in a residential area. We've gone down to like a one-lane road. I don't know, dude. In ambulance, I don't think at this point there's any way that you are getting away. Once they've got the helicopters on you and everything, this probably doesn't end well. Get everybody up to speed. This is a stolen ambulance. This is outside of, I believe it's Dallas. Hold on, let me check again. We are with the feed from WSFA. Oh, I'm high. I didn't even check to see. I think it's outside of Dallas is what I saw. We don't have audio currently. Once again, I do want to make everyone aware, content warning, something graphic could very well happen here on the live stream. I can't imagine that it ends well for the suspect in the vehicle at this time. The police have actually shown restraint in pursuing him, which I applaud. A lot of times in these situations, chases just make things worse. So a lot of police departments have started laying back and not doing these hot pursuit situations. Because a lot of times the police are just endangering the public by escalating the situation that way. I mean, there is only so far he can go. We don't know necessarily that it's a he. Likelihood is that it's a he. That left rear tire really doesn't look good, and there's also something dragging behind the ambulance. I don't know if that's rubber. I don't think it's rubber from the tire. It really looks like he's driving on the rim on that rear tire, though. You ain't gonna go far like that. Oh, he might have blown the other tire out now. Looks like the front tire is blown out. Ooh! So yeah, this is coming to an end shortly. He ain't gonna be going much further. I didn't notice an area where police had deployed strips, but they may very well have. He might be dragging one of the strips behind him. Right side tires actually look like they're intact, amazingly enough. Going through a yard now. Uh-oh. He's getting out. He's getting out. He's going to pursue a... Oh, his pants are falling down. These are the best. No, no, no. Where did our feed go? No, how are you going to do that to us? They live on their website? They aren't. Oh, they got him, they got him. They have apprehended him. Except we missed the foot pursuit. Man, did he try to vault over that fence? Damn! It's live, I can't go back. I'd like to see what actually happened. God damn it. Well, at least they apprehended them alive. Look at this dude, he's so out of breath. Wink wink, motherfucker. And just to be clear, I was rooting for the suspect. I was hoping he would get away. I was just being realistic that, yeah, it's probably not going to go well for you. I mean, I don't know what he did. He might have done something really horrible. And if he did, I wasn't rooting for the suspect. But if he just had like drugs on him and got nervous or something, hopped in the ambulance, like, I don't fucking know. If he's having mental issues, I'm rooting for him. Get away. I do know that by fleeing, you've made whatever charges you were facing before a hell of a lot worse. I'm sad that we did not get to see what happened with his pants. Because just as soon as he hopped out of the ambulance, he's pulling his pants. Because I watched a chase one time, and dude got out and fled on foot. And as he's running, his pants fell down, and he fell like flat on his face. And the cops swarmed him. Cracked me up. Like he had a taser trained on inside, making sure there was no one else inside the ambulance. Thought that dude was gonna floss there for a second. If you're just joining us, the chase is over. Dude got out, was hampered by his hamper as his pants posed an issue for him being able to get away. I believe the cops blew his tires out with some spike strips. He had no choice but to. He was in a residential area, like he was going around a cul-de-sac. Yeah, you can see the cul-de-sac here. A type of cul-de-sac, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a street. Shit, he was going to take off up the hill, which, I mean, given the cops and their sizes, you know, running uphill, you're in good shape. Hey, that might be advantageous. I do know the one cop looked like he was out of breath after chasing him from the ambulance over here to this fence. I'm not high enough for this shit. I was watching last night's John Oliver when I saw this. I didn't even get a finish yet. I've been talking about it for weeks, but I finally ate some of that pot brownie last night. I was talking to my friend on video chat as I was eating it. I don't remember anything after I talked to him. I think I played No Man's Sky though. Usually I'm pretty good about watching John Oliver, but like I was in another universe last night. Yeah, I watched Saturday Night Live after I ate the pot brownie, and that's probably like the funniest I've found Saturday Night Live in forever. But I think it could have been because of the pot brownie. Like everything was just fucking hilarious to me. I think it was a good episode though. Maybe. The very last skit was something. It might have been next to the last, but it was one of the later skits. It was like something about an upright bass. That dude, I forget his name. Oh my god! Not because it's hard to pronounce. I forget what his name is. The guy from I think he was in Get Out. Like he's a really good actor. I should totally know his name. He did really good on Saturday Night Live, but like he's got that upright bass. He's like, you want to play my bass? But it could have just been the pot brownie. It could have totally just been the pot brownie. They were high-end brownies too, by the way. Like she made the cocoa butter scratch. Went all out. It was all jelly chocolate. Still tasted like straight up eating just a bud. They have apprehended the suspect. Pretty uneventful chase, honestly. It will be interesting to find out. Which, I mean, like, I would rather this happen to him than see, like, the time I saw the UPS driver get murdered by the cops in the middle of the interstate. I'd much rather see this happen. He's suffering some sort of psychotic break or something. I hope he gets the help he needs. Unfortunately, the U.S. legal system is probably not going to point him in that direction. It's like it's all relative, you know. Like if he was like robbing some high-end store, more power to him. I was hoping he'd get away. Pulling some kind of GTA 5 kind of heist. Picking off the Union deposit. I went in guns blazing the first time I played it. This last time I did it the quiet way. I was still expecting it to be like a guns blazing scenario, which there was a little bit of it, but it wasn't. I mean, it's the final mission in the game. It's pretty fun though. I just can't believe I replayed GTA 5 because I hadn't played it since it came out. I played it on PS3 originally, played it on PS5. I mean, I started on PS4, but I've finished it on PS5 this time. And then just as soon as I finish, I find out, oh, they're re-releasing it over the summer, a PS5 version of it. I'm like, God damn it. Witcher 3, I just played that again. Or, I mean, I just played it for the first time 2 years ago, maybe. They're re-releasing it. Like, if I had known that, I would have held off and played Witcher 3 on the PS5. What an amazing game. Apparently, Cyberpunk 2077 is close to making its re-debut on the PlayStation Store. If it's anything like Witcher, I'm definitely excited to check it out. I don't know. That's what it got me on GTA 5. Honestly. Unfortunately, an ambulance is probably not the best vehicle to make a getaway in. You can see the ambulance right there. He got out on foot and his pants were unbuttoned, unzipped. I don't know if they were unbuttoned, unzipped when the cops brought him back and were putting him in the SUV there. When he got out of the ambulance, he was definitely grabbing at his pants. The stream cut out on us, so we didn't exactly see how he got taken down. But I mean, it wasn't far. There's a fence right there. You kind of see the fence right there, and it goes around like this perimeter over here. So he only ran from like there to there. Oh, the entire time he was he was going at slow rates of speed. It was 20, 30, 40 miles an hour. I don't think he ever got up. Which he was also in residential areas most of the time. When I picked it up at first, he was on a 2-lane, like a highway, like a 4-lane highway. And then it went to a 2-lane road, and then like finally he was on, you know, this kind of shit in a neighborhood. Not even markings or anything. I always enjoy police chases. As I said, I wanted to couch this with, like, you know, I was on his side, depending on what he did. If he raped somebody, you know, fuck him. I hope the cops catch him. If he was robbing a high-end bank, I'm on his side. I was hoping he would get away. He was wearing his mask at least while he was committing whatever act he was doing. I mean, I'm glad it ended with everybody alive, nobody hurt, because I've watched too many of these scenarios where the cops do dumbass shit and get people killed. So I'm thankful, because like multiple times I'm like, content warning, this could end badly. But thankfully it didn't. Looks like they're having a party now. Like they... Wait, what? Did they just put a spit hood on his head? Why? It doesn't even look like a spit hood. It looks like a fucking plastic bag. Yeah, you're right. Fuck, none of the cops have masks on. He's the only one with a mask. Then again, this is Texas, you know. As if they give a shit. But like, why do they have him out like just talking to him like that? I've never seen anything like this before. Oh, really? You think you go on now? Early on, I think he blew the left rear tire. So by the time we came on with the stream, he did not have a left rear tire. Not long after that, the left front tire blew. And then about that time, it was over. He rode on it for maybe a mile or two on the rims, and then that's when he got out, and here we are. Really? If cops want somebody to mouth off, I'll mouth off to them. But then I don't mouth off to fucking cops because, like, I know my rights. I'm not going to say shit to you. I like to mouth off, though. Boink. I'm amazed that his pants have stayed up. There is nothing holding them up. They're not buttoned. He doesn't have a belt on. But that was the first, just as soon as he jumped out of the ambulance, he was grabbing at the pants. Like, we are going to have an issue. And then he goes for the, I don't know what his idea was. Like, oh, I'm going to try to climb this fence? Shit. But it might have been a good strategic move because there was a hill behind it. Now, knowing cops the way I do, and there's some, you know, these look like they're in shape cops. The first cops that actually took him down were like sheriff deputies, and they, like, the first one that got up, he's like, because he's a big old hoss of a guy. They're just laughing over there and talking it up. Look at this guy. Like, he's having a fun time. It looks like he has plastic gloves on. Like, did he have those on in the ambulance? I'm going to say we don't have any details here. Officers with the Dallas Police Department, Dallas County Sheriff's Office, and Texas State Troopers are following the driver of a stolen ambulance Monday afternoon. The chase began early Monday afternoon after an officer spotted the stolen ambulance in southeast Dallas County. How did he know it was stolen? Was it reported stolen? From there, the driver went north all the way to McKinney and, as of 2:30 p.m., was near Princeton. Officials said the Dallas Fire Rescue Ambulance was stolen earlier in the day. At 2:43 p.m., the driver took the ambulance off the road briefly to avoid spike strips, a retractable device used by police officers to flatten car tires. I do believe he ran over the strips and had, because there was like a long black strip that he drug behind him for a little bit. I think he drugged the strip behind him. I want to know. So apparently it was a stealth. Like, it wasn't like people saw him stealing it. It was a stealth steal of an ambulance. And he was just cruising around, and one of the cops was like, "Hey, I saw an ambulance." We're not exactly sure. This is happening in Dallas. A young man, it looks like, stole an ambulance earlier in the day. We're trying to piece together what happened. It appears that, as I said, it was some kind of stealth steal. It appears that, like, he wasn't seen taking the ambulance. From the way it seems from the report, it's a very minimal report. And then he was just driving around in the ambulance that he stole earlier in the day, and one of the cops saw him and tried to pull him over, and that's when this chase ensued. When I started watching, the left rear tire was already blown out. Shortly thereafter, the right rear tire blew out. He went through... He came from a road over here and went up on this embankment, and then tried to run towards this fencing over here where they tackled him. Just as soon as he hopped out of the ambulance, he's grabbing for his pants. It looked like they were unbuttoned, unzipped. So he's like, as he's running. I'm very happy that no one was hurt. I've watched way too many of these live streams where police escalate a situation and get a bystander killed, hostages killed. So yeah, I was making fun of the cop for laughing and cutting up as he was, patting the guy down. But I'm glad everybody was able to laugh and cut up about this, because it could have been a tragic incident. It was sheriff's deputies like this were the ones that actually tackled him. Like the first one I saw, he was a hoss of a boy, and he's like, so I thought, like, hey, the dude might have had a good idea, because he was running towards there's a hill over here. This is like an embankment. So maybe trying to run from the pigs up a hill was a smart move. But he possibly couldn't clear the fencing because of pants issues. Now, we did the stream cut out. I don't know that possibly the TV station that we were watching thought the cops were going to shoot him, because I thought so too. They went black just as soon as they had a shot of the suspect. Had to go find a different feed for us to watch, so we kind of missed from the ambulance to getting taken down. But the cops were kind of cutting up as they were patting him down and shit. So yeah, it doesn't seem that maybe he was just wanting to joyride in an ambulance. It doesn't seem like he was trying to get away from some other crime that we know of. It seems like the crime was indeed stealing an ambulance, so... But we don't know the details. The cops had tasers trained on the back as they opened the doors. I think the news report said it is in McKinney, which I assume is a suburb of Dallas. Or Princeton. Went through McKinney and ended up in Princeton. As of 2:30 p.m. was near Princeton, Texas. So that was just a fun little chase. Glad no one was hurt. It's going to be interesting to find out exactly what happened. The news report makes it seem like there was no other crime associated with this. The chase began early Monday afternoon after an officer spotted the stolen ambulance in southeast Dallas County. That makes it seem to me like the car, like he was out on patrol and just, oh, there's that stolen ambulance that we heard the APB on. And not that it was some dramatic dude committed some crime, grabbed an ambulance, and GTA 5'd out of there. That's just me trying to make sense of initial news reports, though. There could be many more details. I always root on the people, the perps in the chase. Kind of weird just to let civilians walk over into a crime scene like that. That's the first cop I've seen wearing a mask. The perp had a mask on. I mean, it wasn't on, like it had fallen off. Maybe he pulled it off to be able to breathe better, but like he had a mask on. None of the cops had masks on. But it is also Texas. They are no longer under orders to wear masks. Looks like they're having a hard time putting him back in the vehicle. They had him in the SUV at one point in time. They pulled him out. They were patting him down, and they were kind of looked like they were just kind of jaw-jacking with him. Now I don't really know what's going on. I really hope we're not seeing a fucking George Floyd style situation play out. They're getting zip tie restraints, flex cuffs. I'm sorry. It was one of the things about the Capitol rioters is people describe them as zip ties and like, they just had zip ties. No, they're flex cuffs. Didn't just have zip ties. They're fucking industrial strength. But I mean, they had him cuffed before, so I don't know why they needed. And I also wonder how much of this, like, they're all gathered around like that. Are they blocking? Cops are aware cameras are on them and shit. They do shit, like they'll raise their hoods to block their dash cam and stuff. I'm always like, I might be cynical, but I'm always suspicious of cops' motives. Are you standing like that to block our vision of what you're doing? They do have him restrained inside the vehicle. Looks like they're taking off. Oh, dude stole an ambulance. We were watching a chase. We're just kind of... We're getting ready to call it a day now. Dude stole an ambulance, led him on a chase. We watched the chase for a little while. You probably came in right after I just did the whole recap of everything. They were having a little, see, that's what I started talking about GTA because that's the way I felt. But no, it seems like, from the early news reports, it seems like he had stolen an ambulance and like, gotten away with it and is just out cruising around the ambulance. But what was his purpose, though? Did he just want to go? Did he just want to go joyriding in a fire truck and ended like? Did he get chased by the cops and drove it into a river by accident? That story needs some details. You got to fill in there because it's the way you made it sound like he just stole a truck and ran it into the river. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy, I really hope, like, if it's some sort of psychotic break or something, that he gets the treatment that he needs. However, this is the U.S. justice system, and I don't put very much faith in them. I'm definitely glad that it ended peacefully. As I said, you know, I was, the whole time we were watching this, I'm like, content warning, content warning. I've watched people die on these live streams. I've watched the cops murder people. I just wanted to make everyone aware that, you know, this had a high probability of a tragic outcome. Luckily, we did not witness that. And the cops were just standing around with him fucking jaw-jacking and laughing about it. They put a spit hood over his head, but like, could have had something to do with COVID. He had gloves on, but once again, he stole an ambulance. Did he have like the medical gloves on because he was in the ambulance, or did the cops put the gloves on him? I do not know. Was he trying to respond to calls in the ambulance? And that's another thing. You're right. It could be some depressive thing. It could be a mental issue. So I feel bad about getting on here, exploiting it, laughing about it. You know, I never did the ambulance quest. You can also be a cop too, can't you? You can turn it, or no, you can't. You can't respond to calls as a cop. I'm looking forward to some GTA 6. We better get an announcement soon. I've never played GTA 4. I just recently bought it. It was on sale on Steam 2 weeks ago, maybe? That's like the only one I haven't played. Like, I played the overhead ones back in the day. I played the shit out of Vice City and San Andreas. I bought the collection not that long ago, and I tried to play 3, and it's just like, I'd rather be playing Vice City. The tank had missions? Oh no! I might have to go fuck around a little bit more. But shit, if I'm gonna reinstall GTA 5 again, I'm just gonna wait until it comes out with the PS5 version. This is what. Once again, I might be cynical, but like I'm always suspicious of cop activity. Why did you just pull into that parking lot like that? I got my eyes on you, copper. All right, we will be back tonight with the normal show. Got a lot to talk about. New developments in the Matt Gaetz saga, of course. Had a pastor throw some cops out in England, I believe it was. Once again, I don't watch this shit before I do the show, so I don't exactly know all the details. But we got some wild video from Easter services to watch. I'm sure Trump did something stupid I'm going to talk about. Yeah, he had a really silly press release. All that and more tonight on the regular Troll Patrol Live, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, go ahead, light one up, tip one back. We'll see you later tonight on the Troll Patrol Live.